through learning about fractions, the first thing we kind of learned was the fraction bar, and I showed you that earlier. So fraction bar is just a rectangle, and if we say we want to cut it into fourths, we have to cut it into 4 different equal pieces. And if we want to shade 2/4, that means we shade 2 of those 4. So that is 2/4, and like I said, that was with the fraction bar. We are moving into learning fractions on a number line. So a normal number line would just look like this, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. But what we're doing is we're taking just 0 to 1 and expanding it out. So 0's over here and 1's over here, and we're going to be talking about fractions in between. So if we look at this, here's 0 and here's 1. And in between, we can split it up to get something smaller than a whole number, which something smaller than 1 is a fraction. So right here, number 7, we split it up into 6's. So that means there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections in between 0 all the way to 1. And exactly where 1 is where that 6 section ends, which makes it 6, 6. So right here you see 1, 6. This would be 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, and 6, 6. Alright, and like I said, it's not a whole lot different than a fraction bar, to where if this was the fraction bar, it would be split right here, and we'd have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots, and we would do it the same, but this is a number line. And so if we go to number 2, we see 2/3. That means we have to split it up into 3's. So split it up here and here. So now we have 1, 2, 3 equal sections. And which one is 2/3? This is the second one out of the 3. So right there is 2/3. And same thing for the next one. We have 7/8. So we split it up down the middle. We split these in half. And then we split the rest in half to get 8 equal sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. And which one is 7th? Well, we have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7th one out of the 8, so that one is 7/8. Alright, so we're not looking how many there are. Like on the fraction bar, that's kind of what we're looking for, is how many are there. There's 2 blocks shaded in. On a number line, we're looking for the order. So which one is the 7th eighth of the number line? And this one is that. It's the 7th equally split section out of the 8. Doesn't mean we worry about these. It means, like, say he went 7/8 of a mile, that means he has to travel all this way to get to 7/8 of a mile. That's what the number line represents, is distance, is the movement, is going up. Alright, so now we would do it the same thing here. So we would locate each fraction on the number line. So we would split it into fourths first. So we split it in half, and then split those sections in half. Now we have 4. Which one is 1/4? It's the first one. 1/4. So again, if I was trying to run a mile, and I said, well, he's only run 1/4 of a mile, that means he's started here and he's gone to here. That is 1/4 of the 1 mile he's trying to run. And we do the same thing for the next couple. So let's move down to number 4 here. 5, 6. How we split up 6 is we split it down the middle, and now we have 2 sections. We have one section here, and we turn each of these sections into thirds. So we have to carefully split them as best we can to get our thirds. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections, and I have run 5/6 of a mile, so that means I started here and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how we do fractions on a number line. Again, just remember, we're going from 0 only to 1. Normally when we talk about a number line, we talk about 0 up to 9 or up to 10 or even a bigger number. But we are using a microscope just to look at 0 through 1 and look at those fractions in between 0 and 1, because a fraction is a number smaller than 1. So, fractions on a number line.